around the clock, sports all the time. That's never gonna work. That's ridiculous.
Just remember to have fun out there today. And if you lose, I'll kill you.
This is Tall Can Audio.
Seriously, this thing is gonna be a cultural disaster.
Away we go, a brand new edition of the Tall Can Audio Podcast for your Monday, coming to you from the TCA studio in beautiful Bytown, Canada. At least once more. Matt over here, Rob over there. What's going on, man?
I just took down a beautiful Bytown. That was the pre-show pint of choice.
Mm-hmm. I snuck one in there as well.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Sticker on up in there.
Yeah, okay. Well, here comes the puck.
Yes. Here comes the pod.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's all good over here.
Okay.
It's excellent. Thank you for asking.
Oh, you know, I
Did you ask? Is that what you asked?
yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm good.
We're like 40 seconds in. He's already forgotten the first question about it.
Can I ask you a question, though?
I guess, yeah.
While we're talking, and this is a personal question, and so
Oh, boy. No.
you can
No.
you can deflect or you can choose not to answer it.
Sweet.
What has to happen for you to drop trow in a public bathroom?
Like pants to the ankles.
Yeah. Having a seat.
Oh, things have gone wrong.
Heavy duress.
Yeah.
Under heavy duress.
Things have gone poorly. What are we, a minute in? We're talking. Yeah, no, I'm a fairly regular guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on a
Yeah.
schedule.
I get
right?
you.
If I have ended up somewhere in a public restroom sitting down, my day's off the rails. And I want to go home. I got to get through this moment, and now I want to go home.
Okay. All right.
Because, like, everything about the day is ruined. Like, I'm not going to pull the pants back up and carry on. No, we're done here. This has been ruined.
All right. And that's all I was wondering was,
Why? Why were you wondering this? There has to be a...
so I was telling you in the green room, I was out to Perth.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a beautiful place. We're at this pub. Good beer, good food.
Mm-hmm.
But the washroom is actually in the middle of sort of a courtyard area of multiple different stores. So it's like a communal washroom that's used by all these businesses.
Okay.
And it was so foul. Like I had to wash my face afterwards. It felt greasy and sweaty.
Oh,
like
no.
it just
No.
like foul, like
Yeah.
terrible. And I thought to myself, what's happened to this person's day that they've come? You're not on an overnight flight to Frankfurt.
Yes.
Like you're in Perth.
Yeah.
At a restaurant or a store. Like what
Yeah.
has happened to your day that you've had to do this here? Because I'm never doing it. Like honestly.
See, again, if I'm you in this situation, not even that person, if I'm you, I got to go home. Like my day's ruined.
Yeah. Well, it's on my glasses.
There's a film.
This is it. And so I understand
no.
international travel and how you travel with wet naps and all these sorts of things.
There are areas where you expect to run into certain things.
100%.
Perth, Ontario, at a local pub, which, for its own protection, because it's obviously not their fault, will remain nameless.
Yeah, the pub was great.
Yeah.
Food was good.
Yes.
Beer, Brockville Brown from Thousand Islands. Get it in ya. Although if that was the result over there, but I did not feel that.
No.
That was not my experience.
Yeah.
I just wonder what goes through people's minds when they go, yeah, this is a great place.
More what's going through their intestines. It's the problem, I think, in that moment.
You know what? You need to check a bunch of things in your life that have led you to this moment.
Yeah.
Because it's impacting the rest of us. And I'm against it. So anyway.
I'm against it.
I just wanted to see in a very, open public way. I just wanted to figure out, am I alone in this or, and clearly not.
No.
You and I are on the same page. You actually may be further down the road
Yeah.
than me.
Yeah. No, I'm much like your older brother, the one I know. I'm like a reach for the top of the stall door instead of the handle.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm one of
Yeah.
So it's not just what I might have done, it's what anyone ahead of me might have done that can ruin my day. Like I'm going home.
When
Like, this sucks.
When you saw
This sucks.
that study, because back in the days, you go to a Swiss chalet and you're paying, and there'd be the little mint bowl there,
Again, like
and they're like,
we're naming businesses who've
Yeah,
done
you're-
nothing wrong.
and you're like, wow, this mint bowl has like an acceptable amount of feces.
Unacceptable.
In the mint bowl. And you're
0 is acceptable.
Minus 5 is the acceptable amount of fecal matter
man.
in the mint bowl.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways, so I'm with you. Gross people. People don't wash their hands.
So
cut your fingernails too, people.
The pub that you were at
Yes.
has remained out of the storm.
Yeah.
But you did name a brewery in this story. You've now implicated Swiss Chalet in this story.
I totally blame Swiss Chalet.
These are, and now I'm supposed to tee up future guests tied to this shit story. So we're going to wait. We'll tee up some guests later.
Okay.
Instead, we'll tie some new breweries to this. What are you drinking over there?
Okay, but the Brockville Brown was excellent.
Stop calling it that.
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
From Thousand Islands.
Yes.
It's
Creating 1,000 little...
little islands. Yeah, exactly. Dropping kids off at the pool.
There are 6 islands.
This is from Fairweather. This is the Dream City Vienna Lager.
Okay.
Coming in at 4.8. Mm-hmm. So to me, Vienna Lager, what separates a Vienna from a common lager? A little bit more malty, right? A little bit more of a malty. Sometimes comes in with an amber color, but kind of like a Pilsner is a beefed up lager. I think this is a lager for those with a bit more of a malty bend. So 4.8 Fairweather. So what do you got over there?
This one from Dominion City, also sub 5%. That's one of those green room sessions that required a bit of a pump of the brakes here.
Yeah,
we'll see where things
good
go from
times.
there. Yeah,
good times. It's a beautiful day.
Rob's gonna miss me.
It's true.
Yeah. So this comes from Dominion City. This is their Beagle Bitter.
I love a bitter.
4.6%. I've never had this one before. Dominion City, you know, I think on a schedule similar to a lot of breweries in terms of when they turn things over.
Yep.
Not aggressive like Whippersnapper, not the opposite of aggressive like Vimy, where this is what we do and it's good. I think Dominion City kind of middle ground, right?
Yep, they always have a little one or two things sort of new.
Yeah. So this is the Beagle Bitter, 4.6%. They say a traditional bitter, so we'll see what that's all about. This is going to be new to me. I have not had this one in a little while, which is good because I think I have tried, or a lot of the things I've been having on the show here recently have been a lot of repeats, and they end up here because I like them a lot and want to have them again. Looking forward to something new here, man.
And see, to me, a bitter.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you. But
strike one, right? Soft, open.
Yeah. Well, did you get your fingers under there?
Yeah, give it a good pull. And it just sort of.
I gave it a good pull. Did you give it a good pull? I gave it a good pull.
Good yank, man.
So mine over here was very smooth and easy drinking off the top, right? And it's hot as hell today. Yeah. So to me, a lager, I was looking for something that would kind of give you that refreshing. Mm-hmm. And this has the little malty notes, but also sort of a very smooth, not quite as crisp as a regular lager.
Yeah.
But very nice, very easy drinking. What about that?
It's fine.
Is it in a small can?
No.
Okay, because
I'm not doing. No, you're right about Dominion. Sometimes I'm not doing a 4.5% here.
I don't know what you said.
Out of it, I'm familiar with this. I'm not having a 4.5% small can. Like, that's getting turfed overboard.
Well, you double them up. Yeah,
I get it, but
I'll take a small one.
I'll take a small can if it's 6, 7, 8, 12%.
Big boy in a small can.
I understand what you're doing there. You can't do that to me.
Yep.
On a.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
Grain and Grit's another one. They are another brewery that likes to go into use a small can.
Right. So this is the big boy. It's got kind of, I guess just a little bit of that kind of toffee.
Yep.
But not enough. It's pretty bland.
All right. But see, to me,
there's not a lot of anything here.
One man's bland is another man's balanced.
Yeah.
Right? And
we've talked about this so many times. Give me something out on the edges, and it's not always going to be that. But this is just plain for the sake of plain is sort of what I'm
I think if you're looking at a bitter, and it is an English bitter, not a best bitter, not an extra special bitter, right?
No.
Those are, and it goes usually by alcohol levels. You can tell the difference.
Yeah.
And a bitter is it's like a light bitter. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So I think you're
It's leaving me a little bitter.
Yeah, I think you're getting what you should have expected.
Okay.
So this is
Shame on me.
This comes down to you and your
More Matt problems.
expectations out of whack.
One more time. I can tell you my expectations were high on some upcoming shows we're going to do, and these people have delivered. On Wednesday morning, you're going to hear from Matt Scooby, the Ottawa exit interview, we're calling it, which is nice, to be honest with you, because so many of the exit interviews that we've done on this show are from people who have been unceremoniously is punted
let go.
rude? Is punted rude?
let go.
I think punted is rude. But
punted is rude.
that's not him. Matt Scooby is moving on to the Big Smoke. He's going to be doing a lot of things down in Toronto. I don't want to spoil any of that. He gets into it on the episode.
I think the difference is he didn't get let go. He chose to leave.
He let them go.
Yeah.
But he's still going to remain within the same company.
Yep.
But in a new city.
Right.
So Matt Scooby making his TCA debut at the same time
on
that
the way
he
into
is
town.
on, literally recorded 48 hours before he was making the move. That's going to be great. I think you guys are going to enjoy that one. So that is this Wednesday. A week from Wednesday, Ian Mendez returns to the show. You and I talked about this a week ago.
Yep.
What might be okay to ask, what's not okay to ask.
Yep.
Some things like that. I want to give the audience just a little tease because Ian will be here next Wednesday, July 23rd. And I brought something up that not just you, but a couple people said, he's not going to want to talk about that. Don't bring that up. I want to give just a little tease. I've made a big deal out of this a couple times that you've welcomed these people in, and one of the first replies I got from some wise ass was, I see TCA's never gotten in.
Well,
I said,
we can change that.
I said he did let me in. I showed up at the door in my Leaf jersey and you had security rough me up.
Well,
I ended up out back underneath a giant half Nordiques, half Sens jersey.
Oh, see, you didn't say you were going to go there.
So, will he talk about it?
Never coming back.
Won't he
Ian
talk
Mendez.
about it? Wednesday, July 23rd. Look forward to that one. Just before that, on Monday, July 21st, sitting in Rob's chair, but not really, remotely sitting in Rob's chair. Michaela Schreider will co-host the podcast.
You're in
next
good
Monday.
hands, people.
Yeah.
Monday morning with Schreids.
All of that still to come on the podcast. This is it. When you walk out of here, and look, it's okay if you want to do that now. I won't find that rude. Like if you just want to go now and. When the door, when you leave, the door closes behind you. The studio is closed for 2 weeks. I'm out of here. We won't leave you hanging. As I've said, there's plenty of content coming, but he's out the door. I'm out the door. Enjoy a little summer here.
Summer loving had me a blast.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope. A few different things around the NHL.
I love me some NHL.
I know. And it's mid-July. So when I say a few things, it's just a few things. And we will dig deep on them if we have to. But
Josh Manson, you're up.
like, as in he's up or he has signed in Europe.
Yeah.
Gavin McKenna announces on ESPN SportsCenter, which is something, he's going to Penn State.
I'm taking my talents to Penn State.
This is it. A sentence no one else has ever uttered. Actually, Rob might be the first.
Actually, anybody who ever wanted to play in the NHL
has
not
never uttered. This is the next guy, right? The Connor Bedard, the Macklin Celebrini. This is part of this new understanding that you might get some Americans come north to Canada to play in the CHL early because it no longer disqualifies them from playing in the CHL or in the NCAA. But also a lot of Canadians now that might head south in their draft year to play in the NCAA. You get paid a little more money now with their new understanding.
And some of that fat NIL cash.
This is it, right? You can be in NCAA video games. You can make money off your name, which for the longest point was the sticking point in the NCAA. And that's out the window. It's created a whole new opportunity. We are seeing that happen. Like, I think it's the Victoria team out in the WHL that's had their two best players both leave at the same time. You mentioned Penn State is not a traditional hockey power, but they did manage to find a way to put what most people expect to be somewhere around $700,000 in 17-year-old Gavin McKenna's pocket this year. I guess I don't know enough yet to know what to make of this, because I also saw what appear to be two very reputable young prospects sign with the Oshawa Generals, Americans, coming up, knowing that it no longer will disqualify them from the NCAA. What did you make of Gavin McKenna heading to Penn State in what appears to be more of a business decision than a hockey decision in terms of hockey powers, right?
See, and we've been talking for a year, at least, here and on all kinds of mainstream networks.
Mm-hmm.
What is the impact? What is this? What's going to happen from this? No longer having CHL players, sort of.
Yeah, it used to be
blacklisted.
once you played one CHL game, they considered you a pro, and you couldn't go to the NCAA anymore.
Right.
No longer.
And so we knew when all this money was starting to get thrown around, you're like, who's the real pro here? That what was going to happen was very interesting, right? And people are like, was it going to get older, the CHL? And you're like, no, man. You're going to get guys younger. Like, to me, this is the outcome of this.
Yeah.
And you look at that money and you're like, Penn State made it to the Frozen Four. And it's funny, I was listening to something online and I was like, Penn State, like it's like I think 2011, the Pagulas sort of funded that program.
Yeah.
It's only been around for 13, 14 years.
Yeah, this is not one of the Boston schools, a Michigan school, a North Dakota, Minnesota. Yeah.
So I'm like, this program has never done anything. And they're like, and they went to the Frozen Four last year. And I'm like, oh.
I guess that's something.
I guess Rob hasn't really been tuned in. But nobody who's ever played for Penn State has played in the NHL. Like, that has not happened yet.
Yeah.
So to me, I think the biggest thing that comes out of this is, and you're like, why would he choose Penn State? So the money, and why would
it's a lot of money.
Why would Penn State do that? And you're like, when it comes down to draft day, when Gavin McKenna gets drafted first overall, and they stand up there and they say, from Penn State, Toronto Maple Leafs select.
Oh no,
Gavin McKenna. Right? Like,
we've had a bad year.
I say,
but we got Gavin McKenna.
Fingers are crossed, though, Matt. Fingers are crossed. But anyways, how much money that is worth for them next June to say June 2026.
Our program just turned out the number one
draft pick. Yeah. And what that does for your future, recruits, bringing people to Penn State.
Yeah.
What it does to the program on the ice. I just think it's going to far outweigh any amount of cash that gets funneled towards Gavin. I don't know what it's going to do for Gavin McKenna, but for the Penn State program, I think it's going to do unbelievable things.
Well, and this is it. Like, I don't pretend to understand where this $700,000 is coming from. There is no NCAA hockey game.
The NIL collective or whatever they call them at different.
But like, they just last year reintroduced the college football. It used to be called NCAA 09 or whatever on, it was EA Sports. It was, as far as gameplay goes, it functioned under the Madden control system. But instead of NFL teams, it was college teams. And they put a pile of work into it. Like, these football stadiums for college teams around the United States, they're massive. And in most cases, they're nicer than the NFL, which is kind of a lot like the NHL, where the building is kind of universal and whatever. There's crazy shit going on in different end zones around whatever. And they put all of this into these video games. They made that video game.
There's a blue field over here.
They made that game go away because it was too close to monetizing players. Once this NIL agreement was signed on, all of a sudden that game is back and players are getting fat cash in football just off that. It's going to be the same thing in the NBA or on the basketball side of things. There is no hockey college video game. But Gavin McKenna can go down there and, from Scott's used car lot or whatever. He can pull in a couple grand from there. And obviously, this is coming from like alumni places. They're going to funnel $700,000, man. It's unreal.
But these collectives, these alumni collectives, and they're starting to, because it sounds a lot like booster.
Yes.
It's just a different word. And so I think
get right back to where we started.
the Chiefs
The
Booster
bus,
Club.
the bus right behind them.
I love that.
Yeah.
But they have started to clamp down on some of these collectives. And so I'll be interested, right? But man, for a 17-year-old,
It's a lot of money, man.
I got that right in my genes right now. And guess what? I'll be playing on a team that went to the Final Four, Frozen Four.
Yep.
And I totally suspect he's going to roll into the World Juniors in Minnesota
Minnesota.
and just crush it. I think that Canadian team.
And that is the appeal, right? For people who aren't. He's playing against bigger bodies, 21-year-olds, 22. Are they all as skilled as him? No, but he's playing against men. And, you can't go to the AHL as a rookie, although that is changing in this new CBA,
Hello,
a
CBA.
little bit, and we'll get to that.
See you in a bit.
Right. But, like, there's talk. Is maybe that's better for your game, is to learn how to play against men, or at least bigger, heavier bodies, even if they're not quite as skilled as you. We'll see.
See, to me,
This is year one. Like, I don't know how this is all going to shake loose. Like, we may yet see some people, like Gavin McKenna is one of those guys that has accomplished already everything he can in the WHL. Could he go back and put up 3 points a year next year?
he could win a championship.
Sure. But the counterpoint is I'm going to play against 22-year-olds, bigger, stronger guys in the corners who aren't as good, but
Right. But
so we'll see. This is
they are
gonna
going to muscle me.
yeah, and this is going to be the balance. Like, not everybody's going to go. Like, we're going to have to see how this plays out over several years.
Because most guys aren't getting the $700,000
No.
to go.
No.
Right? Like the rumors of Henry Muse.
Yeah.
His dad is Harry. Henry
He
Muse
sure is.
getting $250,000 to go to Michigan. Right? Like, so to leave Sudbury and head on. Like,
Yeah.
the money is out there, but that's not out there for everybody.
No.
And what we used to hear was what appealed to some Americans at the CHL level was more of a pro schedule.
Yes.
But what we're starting to hear now from a lot of guys, Canadian guys, who are opting at 18 for the NCAA route is fewer games and more gym time. It's going to allow me to get bigger.
Sure.
Right? Like, as any 17 or 18-year-old, you're like, I need to get bigger. I want to get stronger. And so the
Girls want me to get swole.
yeah, it's bricked up. So it is just one of those things where you're like, what do you need? At
The
which
Blue
point?
Jackets want me to get swole.
Said everybody. So it is a lot of those guys at 18 who have either been drafted and they're looking at going the NCAA route because there is more gym time, fewer games, and then those fewer games are, as you suggest, against guys in their early 20s.
Yeah.
As opposed to other 17-year-olds, right? So there's a two-pronged sort of
Yep.
attack on this.
This was big. This is the guy. This is the presumed number one overall pick next year,
and it's
choosing
on-
to leave the CHL for the NCAA. We've never seen that happen.
And-
That opportunity was never out there.
And it's on ESPN at 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Like, everybody who is
He's giving his I'm taking my talents to Penn State statement.
well, and for all those even fringe NHL fans who are like, what?
Yeah.
Who's Gavin McKenna?
Right.
But he's going to Penn State. He's leaving junior hockey and he's coming here. It puts not just him, but hockey
Yep.
on the radar, right? And so for both ESPN,
Yeah.
the NCAA,
A league partner now.
everything is that name recognition goes a super long way to
And this was such
when the World Juniors show up
Yeah.
and he's wrecking the Americans in St. Paul, Minneapolis, in the 2026 World Juniors. Here's hoping.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, there's that guy. There's that Gavin McKenna playing at Penn
Now
State.
that they took Rob's money here, they can move on and be
Yeah.
successful
No,
somewhere else.
This is it. Whatever the springboard off of Rob's cash right into a successful. And you know what?
This was the whole thing for the NHL, but getting on ESPN. Like, this is not an NHL move, but it's a hockey move, and it headlined SportsCenter on ESPN.
Well, that's the shrewdness of Gary Bettman, Matt. You don't understand the levels that man works on.
There are so many things I don't understand. A lot of this ties into a couple of new things involved in the new NHL CBA, which was ratified last week. The players and the owners both signed off on the Memorandum of Understanding, which essentially just says we see all the big points. We get it. Now you lawyers can...
We have no serious issues.
Yeah. You can go fuck off and finish the actual document. There's lots of stuff in here right now. Yeah. Always a fee. Usually a new couch. 84 games now, not this coming season, but the new CBA taking effect in 26-27. 84 games. They have clamped down on signing bonuses every July 1st. There is changes to the draft. Like it used to be if you were drafted out of Europe, you had control of the guy for this many years.
Forever, actually.
Yeah, NCAA, it's this number. The CHL, it's this. They've standardized that across the board. Look, I guess it's good, obviously, that we have peace for the next 5 years. This year plus 4 more in the new.
Short though, 4 years.
It is short. I think part of that has to be tied to the explosion in money, right? And let's see where we're at in 5 years. Let's see. Because there's some stuff in there that suggests this was not particularly player friendly. Like, this is fine. Everything's going well. And they didn't come in the league and say, we actually would like you to take 45% of league revenues or anything like that. So the players were fine to sign off. But it does also see, a decrease from when you would sign your guy for 8 years or a free agent for 7 years. That's down to your guy 7 and a free agent for 6. When you looked at this, is there anything that you thought was surprising or that jumped out at you as noteworthy?
So I think you missed 2 super interesting things.
Probably missed a lot of interesting things.
No. I just think in terms of on the important side.
I hear thunder behind me. Let me hit save here.
And the not so important side.
Okay.
The no longer dress code for the for the athletes.
Willie, what do you got, buddy? Let's see it, man.
Big Willie Styles. And then the playoff salary cap.
Okay, yeah.
That to me is the thing that I am most intrigued by.
Really?
100%, man. Like, to me, is there anything else that's going to impact the game more than
make
a playoff
more
salary
money
cap?
going deep? Oh, I see. So the pool of money, because I see now that's not where you were going, but the pool of money for the playoffs has also increased, and that comes out of the league's side of this. But what you're driving at is when you make the playoffs, your lineup has to be cap compliant. Not your roster, like your spares, you can still be over. But the guys, the 12 forwards, 6D, and 2 goalies has to be cap compliant.
Correct.
Going into
to me, there is no bigger actual game impact than that. Do you disagree?
No, I suppose I don't.
You sound somewhat surprised.
It's just we saw Kucherov, what was the number? 18 million over, 19 million over the t-shirt.
17.5, I think. I was like,
they had t-shirts printed up. Everybody's been ripping Vegas for quite a while for doing exactly what they should do.
Florida.
I don't know. Is Florida way over? I guess this year they brought in Seth Jones when...
And Marchand. There was all kinds. They were over.
Yes.
You bring and Kachuk, you have all these guys, and then if we can close that loophole, that's
right.
all.
Yeah,
it leads to a level playing field. That's all I'm looking for.
And it's funny that you say that because, as a fan of a big market team,
fuck you.
Yeah, I don't want that loophole.
I know, man. I understand that.
Now the Leafs, to be fair, the Leafs have abused the cap in as many ways as possible. Just not that way.
And
not successfully. Yeah. But that is not one of the ways they have. Now, in the 21 season, where we went down in 7 to Montreal in the Canadian division. It was an interesting couple of weeks. They had some guys like they had traded for, and like Riley Nash suddenly didn't play for 2 months. Oh, he's good to go now as our fourth line. Oh, it turns out a guy who hasn't played in 2 months is not up to speed.
Well, a guy who isn't named Kucherov or Stone or
you can throw as many of these fourth line fuckers as you want.
I'm going to roll Riley Nash.
David Camp, number 3.
Look at that guy. Okay, he's actually just 20% less of Riley Nash.
Let me give you the crybaby big market complaint that I have from here.
Sure.
While you are tossing away the the tax-free state thing isn't a thing, you're also going, hey, you big boys who are doing the signing bonus, not anymore. You can't do that. Like, while you're saying one thing isn't a thing, you're taking away the counterbalance, right? That I can say to, let's say it was Sam Bennett, we'll give you $8 million of that $10 million on day one.
On July 1st.
Right.
There you go, man.
Not anymore. So that bugs me.
The same, though. They're in the same side of the ledger. You are limiting those markets who have that ability.
Sure, but Florida gets to say you can have that $8 million and keep most of it in a tax-free state.
Right.
And Toronto's counter would be, we'll give you all of it up front, and that's not a thing anymore.
No,
so that bugs me.
Yeah, I get it, and I understand that it's just one more way that as a big market team that it's flush.
We're squeezing you a little. I remember talking to you the last time they redid the CBA right in the middle of the pandemic. They gripped down on some of the big market teams who were flying in their prospects in the summer to commit. You can't do that because Carolina doesn't want to do that, because Nashville doesn't want to do that.
Arizona wants to do it, though.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
They did it wrong. But all these little things that make the Rangers or the Habs or the Leafs or whatever a little more interesting, or you're clamping down on all that while waving away the tax-free thing. That bugs me.
Well,
maybe it shouldn't, but that bugs me.
Because Spencer Howard, or whatever his name is, said, no, I don't want to play in Tampa. I want to play in Edmonton.
Isaac
Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and actually, has now come out and said, I'd like you to call me Ike.
Yeah. You know what?
Put some spank on it, Ike. No good.
It's
out there now.
That's too late.
It's not, but it's staying in anyway.
And this time, put some stank on it. But yeah, this whole idea that that Isaac Howard choosing not to play in Tampa somehow shows everybody that the tax-free state thing isn't an issue. And you're like, really? Do you think that's the thing?
Did we all suddenly look away from what Florida, and power to them,
and Vegas
was just able to do? Dallas?
Just, it's a shut up. Like, that is the dumbest thing. And are we all blind and stupid?
The other thing would, a little bit. Yeah. The other one.
Yes to both, actually.
Yeah. The other would be that revenue sharing is now supposed to come into some of those middle markets as well. And at some point, maybe you're just a poverty-ass league, right? Like,
you don't say, Matt.
I understood when the Rangers and the Leafs and the Habs and the whatever had to keep afloat for a while, the poorer markets. And there's some fluctuation to that, right? Like, at this point, you wouldn't consider that the Panthers anymore. You wouldn't consider that the Hurricanes anymore. But why is the middle 10 suddenly, we wouldn't mind a cut of that revenue sharing too? Like, how about you go fucking run a business or fold your franchise, you losers?
Yeah.
Maybe 32 teams is too many for hockey in North America.
How about 34?
We're good. We're going. We're going to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think what you're talking about is, are we talking about a league?
I'm talking about the Leafs being vilified.
That has never been more prosperous than it is right now.
Yep.
Which is the NHL.
Yep.
It becomes a poverty league when you compare it to its direct sibling, which would be the NBA.
Yep.
Same arenas, same schedule.
Yeah.
And you have their best player, or their MVP currently,
Canadian
Shea
boy.
Gilgeous Alexander, making
70 mil.
72 million
Good
bucks
for
a
you,
year.
buddy.
And Connor McDavid going, do I take the 15?
Is it rough?
Do
Is
I get
15
the
too
16?
selfish?
Yeah. Like, so poverty
Get paid, buddy.
league
You know who'll
is,
pay you, buddy.
is
Come home.
air quotes. Yeah, we'll go to the max 20 million, whatever it is.
Sure.
Sorry. And you are still living in the same neighborhood in the offseason as Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, as a couple of GTA guys.
Yeah. Hamilton, represent.
It is just, it's a comparison. It's an apples to apples thing, right? The NHL, there's nobody in there that's crying poor.
Isn't there?
But it's more people saying, no, we want.
The teams that are making money to give us that money.
The NHL is running more of a communist system. You know
That's fair.
My older brother, who when it was Easter egg time, said, he goes, this is where I fully understood communism. I get 60% of the eggs while my two deadbeat younger brothers only, split
Like
us
shoved
40.
down in the
But at the
hallway.
end of the day, we all get
Split it up
33%,
equal,
man. Why am I working harder? This is communism. This is the NHL.
I also have a family member who may have voiced similar
Yeah, and fuck
discontent.
that guy, just for the record.
Anything else on the CBA before we move off of that?
Do you care about the 84 games? I do care about the less exhibition games. Me personally, as a spectator.
In a good way or a bad way? Because we talked about
in
this.
whatever way you want to take it.
Well, you said before you didn't really. We talked a week ago when teeing up the Mendez interview that the Sens were going to lose preseason games to Quebec City, and you didn't really care. But when it came to regular season games, yeah, fuck off. You don't get my games.
I
thought
care,
that was
yes.
reasonable.
Yes.
We are shrinking down the number of preseason games and increasing by 2 the number of regular season
Like the
games.
NFL.
I got to be honest with you. The number of fans complaining, it's strange to me, and maybe you can explain this to me, as you so often have had to
Yeah,
do.
for sure. Many things, man. Many things.
I like hockey, so if there's 2 more nights per year where my team is playing, I'm good. Like, I understand that it's 2 more. It's not really 2 more games to play because you have eliminated a couple of preseason games, but your guys weren't working as hard in those games.
Or may not even playing in those games.
That's right. But as a fan, this is also the thing that I've pushed back on for so many years when Leaf fans would say, why don't you call me in April? I'm like, good for you, man. Like, if that's the way you want to watch the game, that's fine. I actually enjoy the games. I want to sit down on Tuesday night and watch my team play or whatever it may be. So now I've got 2 more of those.
And here's
I'm
the
good.
deal. As a
Tell
hockey
me.
fan, as a Leaf fan,
Yeah.
the stretch you are in, which is, there's no joke here about postseason. You guys are a dominant team in the regular season.
We were. We will now be a good regular
Okay,
season.
you'll be a good team.
Yep.
Whatever it is,
Yep.
you will be an well above average.
Yes. More nights
NHL
than
team.
not will be enjoyable to watch.
And the idea that you get to sit down on a Tuesday in February
Yep.
and go, we are going to run
Columbus.
whoever. Yeah, this is it. Whatever the team is,
Sure.
fill in.
Calgary.
That is entertaining.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch my team.
Yep.
I want to see Mitch Marner set up Austin Matthews.
Whoops.
Oh, wait. Maybe not this
I want to
year.
watch Michelli set up Austin Matthews. It's going to be great,
For
guys.
42 goals this year.
It's going to be awesome.
But you will win games.
Yes.
But these will be the halcyon days in some down the road. You'll
Yes.
look back and go, man, these days.
I still look back at the number 1 center Matt Stajan days, the Nick Hagman leading us in goals days, and go, I'm pretty glad that's over. Like, I understand the point of sports is to win the championship,
yes.
but this is, for now, good TV, right? And as much as anything, that's what I'm looking for. So 2 more nights a year to watch my team, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good, man.
And I get it. The Ottawa Senators of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
2000 through to 08.
Right.
Great regular season success. And you get to a point where you go, fucking win championships. That's what I want to see.
Right.
But the 20 years or 15 years following that, you're like, fucking, how about a win somewhere? How about not being our goalie made 50 saves and we won 3-2?
Right.
No, the idea to see your team perform
Yep.
and be excellent in the regular season is worth way more than.
And this is where I come down on this. Do I miss a couple of games where I don't get to see Jake Verona?
Nick Robertson put it up.
Sure, lead.
Put it on the board.
Right. Fine. Give me another 2 games that matter. It's not that I don't understand the business side. If they want to make more money on regular season games, TV deals, I guess, are what they are at that point.
Yeah.
But for me, it's 2 more nights in that 6-month stretch to watch my team, and I'm good with that.
And people have said forever, what would actually be better for hockey is to go to 70 games.
Yes.
And have the season finish
It's not like
earlier.
I don't understand that too.
No, I'm just saying that's what. But instead, they're not going
crank it up.
Yeah,
Fuckers.
that's a great idea, Matt. Why don't we go to 76 games? And you go, no,
Nah.
I think more is better.
Well, and the other part of this no one has yet brought up is every other, like we're going, that's been finalized too. They're going to the Olympics in February. A year off, and then they are having another World Cup, and then 2 years off, and then they're going to, after bumping up, there was no
more games.
Right. There was
shorter time.
in Olympic or World Cup years we'll go to 80 games. It's like, fuck it. Nope. Like, here's way more hockey. And I'm happy to take the way more hockey. Man.
Okay. And I think the thing that hasn't been mentioned in this conversation about the 84 game schedule with 32 teams in the league is equal number of games against your in-division.
Until we expand again.
Well, yes.
For a year or two.
And then we go to 87 games.
Sure,
or
why not?
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or 79 or 81, whatever. I'm just saying, like this year when Ottawa only played Toronto 3 times.
Yeah.
Stupid. Only once in Ottawa.
Yep. Stupid.
And it's just, it doesn't make any sense. And I understand it's rotating. And so next year it may be Tampa. We only play 3 times, which is great.
Yeah.
But the idea that you wouldn't have 2 at home and 2 on the road against the Leafs.
It's
ridiculous.
You got to work that in somehow. Like, even if it's not division wide, the Sens, the Habs, and the Leaf have to have 2 home, 2 road against each other.
I will not miss Philadelphia an extra time.
Right.
Like, beat it with that. If I got to play them twice instead of 3 times, as a Metro team, I don't care. Or the Islanders, man. I could play them none. Could we do that? Could we never see the Islanders?
Pajot.
He's going to be in Ottawa in 1 more year.
Okay.
He's going to come back, 4th line center.
There you go.
That's going to be the deal. But so, 4 games at least against your division rivals.
Agreed on that.
Thank you.
The other thing in the hockey world that we saw.
Ryan Reeves.
Yeah. He apparently...
The Marner stuff is dying down.
Our second biggest trade of the
We
year.
need more. We need more Leaf talk.
Yeah, Reeves... They didn't trust me. And I was like, your coach is Craig Berube.
Well,
are you going to find anybody more sympathetic to your
Sheldon
cause?
Keefe and then Berube. And Berube may have trusted him less than
We
Keefe.
did trust him less. So I have very little on that. You've heard what I think of Ryan Reeves' thoughts on it.
And that's all I had to say is but we need more Leaf content everywhere else around the whole thing. So you're like, they didn't trust me. Well, they didn't trust
Great
you.
trade for the Leafs, man.
Because you're a bum.
3 thumbs up. That's what I give that. That's what I give that trade.
Where's the 3rd thumb? Does it have a nail on the 3rd thumb, Matt?
Let's not ask where it is. Sportsnet, which is not just hockey, but it's hard not to recognize this comes on the heels of signing their monster new extension with the NHL.
Got to find that money somewhere, Matt.
Has decided, it's 30% more on your annual subscription to Sportsnet
Cost,
Plus.
not content.
No, certainly not. And so that goes on the annual front from $249 to $349, I believe it was $329 or something. Yeah, it's big. It's big.
Oh, it's big.
It's gonna stretch you. It's gonna hurt you. $8 per month. If you're doing the monthly subscription thing, it's going up. And people are so pissed at Sportsnet on the hockey front that you're not giving us a good product. Some of that I agree with. Some of it I don't, right? Like, you and I have had this debate ourselves. I like Chris Cuthbert. Not everybody does. And some of that is he's got the Leaf stink on him now as opposed to just being a national guy.
100% does.
Right. Okay. So that's part of it. I think some of your panel
We're going to replace him with Justin Cuthbert.
You're a bigger buzzkill than Buzz Killington. Oh, man, this is the best party I've ever been to.
Evening, everyone. Now, who here likes a good story about a bridge?
And the Jays are part of this, and we can talk about it because there's a lot of people who watch their Jays through Sportsnet Plus if they've cut the cable or cut the cord and gone through this. I think some of the complaints about Sportsnet's broadcast are legit. I have many of them myself. The fact that you're kind of knocked out in the middle of a commercial break and you kind of look up and you're like, oh, fuck, they've disconnected me. You log back in, you've missed 3 minutes of game time. You have to log in again all the time. The actual on-screen content, not everybody is a huge fan of. I complain about the intermission panels way less than I used to because I gave up. I
Sometimes
don't
you
watch
miss them because you've been knocked out.
Yes, that too. But I just don't watch them anymore. And that's not because, like, some of these people, I still think Kevin Bieksa can be really interesting.
I think he's the best thing on that.
I think Jen Botterill can be really interesting. I think when used correctly, Elliott can be interesting. But it's not good enough. And so instead of tweeting my rage like I used to, I shut it off, or I go do something else during intermissions and come back. And so it's not a great product. And they just, like, this couldn't be more transparent. We just agreed to raise what we're paying the NHL. And that starts next year, but it's a lot of money. We're going to start dinging you now, right? Like, you're going to pay this year.
We need to get that going.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to, first of all, I noticed you didn't mention Jelly Booty in your...
Kelly Rudy and his Jelly Booty.
In all of your...
No,
that doesn't matter to him.
He's been doing it since 96. It's probably time for a fresh perspective.
Yeah. Well, and the beauty is... And
seems like a great guy.
Jen Botterill is never better than when she is totally indignant with whatever BX is saying. That is when,
to me, that's good TV though.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's when she's at her best. Is when.
But it's not fake. She thinks this, and he thinks this. Let's go.
He's a troglodyte, and that's how it goes, right? So that is the best part of TV.
Yep.
So, sorry, Kelly Rudy, you're out.
He's just. What did you think of the goalie? You know, he stopped some shots.
Yeah. Well, he played for the Medicine Hat Tigers as well, which made him great.
Right.
But yeah, to me, that is the problem.
30% is huge.
Once you get everybody moving that direction, you're like, go over here, fuck cable, cut the cord, do this. Okay, we're here and we're quite content. Whammo! Here's a nice increase for you.
Because this is not like 4% keeping up with inflation.
Yeah.
This is
inflationary.
This is massive. Like, people are... And look, people always flip out, I'll never buy your... Some will, some won't.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, and you will roll your eyes at this.
Gonna do it. I'm ready.
Like, he's already got them spinning.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm looking at the sky.
It's the 30% increase on Sportsnet Premium. So it's not just... Like, I needed to have it because that's what rolls in the NHL center ice, essentially, right? So I can get the Leafs here in Ottawa. So they've got me stuck. But last year when I signed up for Sportsnet Premium, you also got this many English Premier League games, this many, I guess now it's UFC, but they also had all the WWE pay-per-views, and now they don't. Those have moved to Netflix. So this is, think what you want about wrestling and wrestling fans. That's a huge product you've plucked out of what you're asking me to pay the $249 for, let alone $329. It was Raw and SmackDown, like every week, your weekly shows, but you would get the Rumble and WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Now, this isn't everybody, but obviously it was valuable enough at some point that Sportsnet said, we will pay that license fee and add it to our premium. You plucked it out, you let somebody else take it, and then bump the price again. So, like, these things add up as a value product because I have to now, if I want to watch wrestling, and I do, I have to have Netflix, which I didn't before, right? Like, it's pretty... This thing you're doing is offering me less, and you're charging me more, like
Way more.
30% more was going to be a tough sell at the exact same product, but it's actually worth less.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, and
whatever you think of wrestling, it's
I wasn't sure where the eye rolling was going to come in. I'm like,
the wrestling thing.
I'm like, totally, man. Matt is a big Aston Villa fan. Like, there was clearly
Obviously, yes.
all that EPL action. Matt's like, and then I'm like, where? So what's the problem? I get it. I understand your beef.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. Here's the payoff.
I got to have somewhere else for the Royal Rumble,
Here's
man.
the payoff. There it is. It's wrestling. And you're like, fuck, who cares?
People do.
I know people do. I get it. I understand. I don't.
No.
So I'm actually probably happier that it's not.
I'm actually happy it's screwing Matt harder.
I will pay 30% more.
In fact, I'll pay Matt's 30. Like,
just
to make
so I
him
don't have to see wrestling on my fucking TV.
It's
we
not
do
true. You actually get to see low-end wrestling. It's Impact Wrestling now. It's TNA wrestling. So you still have wrestling. You just got the B.
Tits
You
and
can't
ass
tell me
wrestling.
you didn't notice those commercials. This is all we do. Through the playoffs, there's some guy screaming at the camera.
Yeah, I don't know.
They want you to watch TNA.
I watch everything on delay, and I just skip through everything. So I know commercials. Other than I do love the Bronski beat. Can we bring back more of the CIBC commercial, the Bronski beat, Small Town Boy, all that? Can we do more of that?
I don't know what you're even talking about right
Yeah,
now.
you'd know the commercial.
I skip them if it's not TNA.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This is what we do.
30%, man.
I think, you know what, Matt?
Huge.
You are getting 30% less and paying 30% more. And
You know what I think? My man, Steve Bunda, who hooks me up with the free UFC shows.
Yeah.
He's going to be getting Monday night texts for a while now because I'm not paying that. I'm not doing it. This is how you draw. Like, it was convenience. I'll pay it because it's just there. It's just
because that $8, you're going to try and flip over to $12 a month for Netflix. So you're paying your $8 more for this and your $12 more for that.
right. Well, and the Jays are part of this. Like, if you don't have cable, this is where you watch the Blue Jays. And at a time where they're suddenly in first place, everyone's excited. We had Maddie Lang on the show last week talking about the vibes down in Toronto.
We have to be excited if we got Maddie Lang on the show.
The number of jerseys walking around outside the dome, like people having that, he's describing it around the dome as the 2015, 2016 vibe. Like, people suddenly give a shit again.
We'll touch on
Hey,
that.
you know
I'm sure,
what?
in the second half
And
of
we
the show.
will, but that's the moment that you choose to go, by the way, if you're thinking about getting into our ball club, wham, 30% more right up front.
Well,
fuck you then.
hey,
Like,
and
I
if
don't
you're
care
looking
that
at-
much.
If you're looking at getting into the stadium, wham,
Yep.
30% more.
I've been looking at that while I've got some time booked down in the. Are you going to pull me away from the lake? Because I want to go. I haven't been to a ball game in a while.
If you hook up with Maddie Lang, the two of you will pay your $20. You'll hit bar rail. You'll be out in the outfield. You'll be wandering. Like, let's be honest.
On the slide up in whatever the park.
You're paying $20. You guys are wandering around. You're not sitting in the seats.
Maybe, but it takes it. When I get there every summer, I'm like, got to get down to a Jays game. Got to visit some friends down. Like, want to see Kevin Mickey? Congratulations to our friend Dr. Vicky Forster, who just gave birth to their first child.
Shout out.
Yeah, like my friend
right.
Jill's down there. Like, I want to go, and then I get to the lake, and I'm like, I'll look at some tickets in a couple of days. You're sitting on the patio, and the sun's out, and you're beside the lake. Do I really want to go down to
But let's be
downtown
honest.
Toronto?
You go in with Maddie. You get to drink half of his beer, one of yours, half of his.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
his is a
yeah, I know
seltzer of some kind.
This is it. But it's a small boy, right?
Yeah,
he's just. I'll pour some of yours off, and I'll drink half of yours. It's like going with your kid. Perfect.
We'll get you a loony dog. And a
Love you,
little
Maddie.
ice cream.
Love you. And it's been a long time, man. We haven't seen Maddie.
Yeah. Let's take a break here. We will talk some baseball on the other side. But to me, the Jays part of this, timing-wise, is interesting.
Yep.
They're hot. People are paying attention. People want to get involved, and you chose this moment to
Well,
raise
Grandpa
the
Rob
price.
over here is still paying for cable, so I got Sportsnet 1, I got 360.
I'm sure you'll be immune.
Good to
They
go.
won't eventually raise that price at all.
No,
either.
I'm already paying that right at the hoop, so it's totally fine.
We'll take a break here. We'll come back. We'll talk some baseball. Stay there.
God, he's a bigger buzzkill than Buzz Killington.
Stewie, do you know why W.S. Gilbert was frequently drunk on his transatlantic crossings?
No.
Because he was quartered on the port side. Now that I've got you, let's both revisit the birth of the Doyleycott Opera Company.
All right. Let's get back into it here. Lots of baseball to discuss here as we head into what kind of sucks. Like almost always the worst week on the sports calendar is MLB All Star Week. Because first of all,
ESPYs, baby.
I guess you get that. We get the annual argument over whether the CFL should be trying to play more on like Wednesdays of that week. It's always kind of lame. What's not lame is more beer.
Beer.
We want more fucking beer.
Yeah. It's universal, Matt. It's universal.
What do you got?
I'm gearing down. Even lower than the 4.8 I had.
Wow.
This
is everything okay? Do you want to talk?
Well, like last week when I had to go somewhere else, I do have something else.
How'd it go?
It's funny you should say, Matt. It was a.
Hold on. Let's stay on track here. What's the beer? Let's do that.
So this is a beer Angela did not bring me. This is a beer I bought and paid for from Bays. Thank you very much, Angela. This is their light lager coming in at 4%.
Okay.
So I am looking for something.
Probably one of those. I haven't had it yet.
Okay, but what I'm looking for here is much like the Nita Light, which stays
Body.
Exactly from front to back.
Yep.
You don't wipe from back to front.
Never.
So I am looking for something that starts full-bodied and sort of finishes. Doesn't finish with that really sort of
Right.
watery finish. So that's what I'm looking for here from the Lake of Bays.
So what did you were last Sunday, you were headed out of here over to do some trivia.
Yeah, so we ended up at 12 teams. Big. It was over 100 people there.
This was a fundraiser.
Yeah, for women's flag football.
Okay.
We finished second.
Okay.
A strong second.
That is a good showing, man.
And the second half, predominantly music-based. So I am...
Modern music? Or...
Yeah, well, and actually the guy was probably the same age as me running the show. So there were, like the tricky ones were Wide Mouth Mason were the answers, right? Like, and they start with the music, and I'm like, bang! I know, like, we're on this. Anyways, the most contentious, as anybody who is, and you had Matty Conas-Vita in here a couple of weeks ago, who was a big trivia guy.
Yeah.
When you're in a team, a trivia team, and there were 10 of us at the table, when you have two people who feel
10 on your team?
On our team.
That's too big.
It is too big.
You'll never get consensus.
Yeah, well, and there were passengers, Matt.
Rob shouts loudest, so.
Well, so when it comes down
I've been in meetings of 10 with Rob.
You feel strongly about something. Yeah. I feel strongly about. We have differing answers. How do we meet consensus? So there was a question, and I'm gonna hit you with it. And
that's how we reach consensus.
And I'll give you the question.
Okay.
And it got contentious at the table. We went with Rob's answer. And there were comments from the other table like, Christy!
People muttering.
And one of them was the woman I lived with. Live with.
Yeah.
Not lived. Sorry.
Since Monday. There's a D on the end of that word.
But it was, this is on you if this doesn't go well. Okay. And it was, what was the first rap song to reach number one? Okay. And so
Gangster's Paradise.
Yeah. You're swinging at it. Okay. But they said the year was, for a little bit of context, 1990.
I might still hang at Gangster's Paradise.
A little later. I think it's about 94 or 93.
Is it? Yeah, okay.
So the two options at the table were Walk This Way by Run DMC.
That's not a... All right.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
And the other one was Ice Ice Baby.
That's where I would lean.
So Rob's answer was Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice.
Okay.
The other people were saying, it's Walk This Way by Run DMC. Big time. And so I'm like, nope, that's an 86 tune.
but maybe rebooted for.
Nope, it may have reached number 1, but that would have been 86.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Anyways, it went back and forth. And then the guy came on, he said, and if we need a little further, it was a rap song that was a collaboration with a rock band.
Oh, no.
And people are like, oh, it's Aerosmith, man. It's Aerosmith. What more do you need? And I'm like, Vanilla Ice sampled Under Pressure by Queen.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Anyways, the answer was, Matt, Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. Rob stood up at his own table and went, bam, 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 in your face.
He's not even mocking other teams.
No, it's his own team. But I'm getting shit like nobody's business. And I'm like, come on, man. You got to, no. Such ye of little faith. Anyways, we came from off the podium at the half to second place.
Okay. It's not bad, man.
No, it's not bad at all. And anyways, it was fun. It was fun. It was
Who
good.
finished ahead of you? Was it like the
they cheated.
the auctioneers family?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. I don't know who it was, but they were on their phones over there. I'm pretty sure that, you know what, and I'm comfortable with that. I know what I know, and that's quite a bit.
Big Vanilla Ice guy.
Well, that's right in high school, man. I'm on all over that.
Bam or wham?
Bam! No,
Not wham.
Wham is
Nobody
like 84. That's more of a wham.
Yeah, Last
Wham.
Christmas. And
Oh, I love Last Christmas, though.
oh, it's terrible.
Give you my heart. Yeah, come on, man.
I'm going to have a beer on this side of the table. This one comes from
I haven't tried my beer, yeah.
Tooth again. Teed the man up to talk, and it just sat there getting warm. This is from Tooth and Nail. One I shouted out a couple of days ago when our friends Kenny Walls and Graham Creech were.
Check out the big brain on Matt. Great job on the radio. You were
On the radio dial.
as I said. I think you were the guy who should have got paid on that. But
I didn't.
No, I which is quite often how I leave Sundays here. I'm like, I didn't get paid.
No. I kind of discard that feeling and just understand that should be the resting heart rate.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
Yeah, this is the Rabble Rouser IPA from Tooth and Nail over in Hintonburg. I've had a couple of these sitting in the fridge for a while. Had one early in the week last week. That's why it was on my mind when they asked me about it there. And it's sort of been on my mind ever since. Like, I should have the other one.
Well, see, and I've never been in.
Oh, it's a nice little spot. Like,
and I'm taking some time off this summer, and I'm going to hit some. I want to hit Spark. There's a couple of different places I haven't been.
Broken Stick is worth the visit, but this place is worth the
never been to
visit.
Broken Stick either.
Yeah, no. But the Fortitude Stout, when you go in there, well worth the try. The Rabble Rouser IPA, well worth the try. Right there in Hintonburg, and so there's a couple places nearby that you can wander to.
Secondhand yoga outfits down the road.
At one point, I was looking at a move, and I asked my sister, like, "What do you think?" I'm looking at this place in Hintonburg, and she's like, "Oh, you're not hip enough to live in Hintonburg." And then she goes, "Actually, you're too big to live in Hintonburg. Yeah. A lot of old buildings with small doorways. Like, it's not for you, Matt.
It is
That's
true.
not for you."
It's
so.
true. And there's no barber clothes.
Oh, my barber comes to me now, man.
All right. It's too small for him too. But so this beer over here, you've talked about that. So to me, this isn't.
I haven't talked about it.
This light lager is not as crisp.
Give me the microphone.
It's not as crisp up front as I would like, but it does stay sort of solid throughout.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
to you.
maintains that kind of beer, which is the measuring stick, right? This is the problem with your Bud Lights and your you have a sip, and I guess that's kind of beer, and sip two is like, nope, water.
This is a beer.
Yeah.
And so while it doesn't have the upfront sort of yeasty crispness, carbonated that you get from a lager, it does sort of maintain throughout. So I would absolutely sort of use this as a grass cutting beer.
There you go.
An afternoon beer. Not bad.
Okay.
The light lager from Lake of Bays.
The Rabble Rouser, 6.8%, but in a small boy can, as we talked about off the front. This is the trade-off you often have to make, right?
So I never want to make that trade. Let me decide, man, where my liquor control board is. I want to be let me make the decision.
Yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel.
No, I'm keeping the wheel. Yeah, this was, you and I did talk about it there on Friday morning. Our buddy Creature sent me a text. You want to come on and talk some Jays? Yeah, we can do that. Some summer beers.
And you did good, man. You did good. It was a solid. You sounded like. Can I just say something here? And it's actually
Can't stop you.
It's got 10 years in the making. It actually has nothing to do with you.
Then I'm not interested.
No, but last week,
Yeah.
Graham Nichols
Graham Nichols
was on the show as well.
Yep.
And
Tallcanaudio.com.
Yeah, but that guy from his early days on this show, he's come leaps and bounds in terms of his on mic, his comfort level.
Yeah.
You listen to him on the radio, and he's a podcast radio guy now.
Yeah.
I know he's on the coming in hot.
Yep.
And so there's all kinds of more things, right? But
Well, you get your reps in, right?
he just is so much more comfortable on the mic.
Yep.
So where I was going with this was, to me, you and he.
They should have had him on again.
No, but you brought on the Sens front what he brought with comfort.
Yes.
You brought on the Jays front on Friday with comfort. You two may have been the best things on that show all week. And that's all I'm saying. And I am a listener.
Yep.
I'm an avid consumer of 1200 stuff. So
Good job, men.
correct. 100% correct.
It's fun. Always appreciate. It's Creech who reaches out in July when everyone good is on vacation, and you want to come on, talk some Jays, talk some ball, talk some beer.
Yeah,
and
man.
We can rub your face in the Marner thing a little bit.
Well, and I remember I listened to Matt wax on poetically about beer. And I'm sitting on my couch having a beer, and I'm like, I remember when that guy was just a
wee Molson
Canadian guy. This is it, man. And we're taking him out to pubs, and he's like, I don't want to drink that. It's got too much flavor.
That is exactly what I sounded like.
And man, the guy now is on there, and he's talking knowledgeably about it was a proud moment, Matt. It was a proud moment. You've come so far, Virginia Slim.
Rob making this. I have taught you well, man. Yeah,
all right.
And I'll take that.
All right.
I'll allow that. That's
and you know
fine.
what?
Yeah.
That's not untrue.
We are headed into what is traditionally known as the deadest week in sports. It is the All Star Game. It is the Home Run Derby. It is the ESPYs, as you reminded me before we fired the mics back up. We'll get into the Jays in a second. A lot of the talk right now has been that Juan Soto is not an all-star.
What do you expect for $750 million, Matt? It seems a lot that your expectations are that guy's going to make the All-Star game. Fuck you, man. 30% more.
Okay. Matt sucks.
Yes.
Look, when you talk about this guy, he does end up, and look, he got off to a weirdly slow start with the Mets. But he will finish the first half, the unofficial first half. The numbers don't, whatever.
Yep.
He's at 23 home runs, which is exactly where he was last year with the Yankees. And so this all-star voting thing has its good and its bad, right? Like the fans get a vote and then the players get the vote, but still every team has to be represented. This is to me where the rubber meets the road on, I want to see the best players of this generation at the All-Star game. And if that guy's down, quite frankly, Vladdy's down a little bit. That guy got in on name, right?
Yep.
And I'm okay with that because I think that's what's supposed to. I obviously find myself more indifferent for Juan Soto because why wouldn't I? He's not one of my guys. Does the All-Star game lose anything for you that Juan Soto isn't there this year? Like, should it reflect the year, or should this be, no, this is our showcase, and every year, here's our best fucking guys, whether they're having their best year or not?
Well, first of all, I think the Yankees would trade Giancarlo Stanton for Soto if the Mets were willing to do that.
You think so, eh?
Yeah.
That's a reach.
Could we do that? We would take his subpar non-all-star.
Right.
Although it's worth noting that Stanton is also not an all-star.
He's not.
That
was weird. I don't know why Stanton has never been Soto.
No, I know. But
Yeah.
he's getting paid a pile of cash, and he was the big signing there as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marlins. I think you have to go with on the season.
Okay.
If you want to stay true.
I don't hate that.
Like, who's having. Now, do you think Soto on his stats right now are all-star worthy?
Yeah. When you land in a very similar place to where you were last year, and last year you were an all-star.
But now you are a $770 million guy?
I don't think that can factor in.
No, do you think it does, though?
Of course it does.
All right, that's so whether it should or do you think it did?
And it's a different year. Like, if you're going to force every team to be represented, and now you've moved from the AL to the NL, and
You expect
there's
that
some
guy to
outfielders.
be unicorn, Otani kind of thing.
Right.
If you're going to sign that big fat-ass
And he
contract,
hasn't been. Yeah.
you better be Otani.
But
sort of-
Vlad also just signed a big new deal.
Yeah.
I know it hasn't kicked in yet, but that guy's sub 850 OPS right now.
If he's
12 home runs?
If he's sub 850, he's just sub.
Okay, all right.
Which is, if you're close to 850 OPS, that is good.
It's not $500 million good.
Yeah, but I think anyways, I agree with you. I understand the sentiment that you're coming at me with.
I'm just trying to localize it for me and the listeners.
Yeah. And you're not wrong, is what I'm saying. Is I think you have to go, Vladdy aside, you have to stick with the Cal Raleighs of the universe, right? The guys who are having like all-star seasons.
Yep.
Those are the guys I want to see. And if Soto doesn't do that, to me, he doesn't get in on name alone.
Okay.
I want to see guys who are killing it at this moment.
Don't you think in that regard, and again, to localize it, you could say to Vlad, it's not your year. Springer, you're going, and Kirk, you're going. Because for what they're doing at this point.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Ernie Clement was getting lots of talk too as a guy who was hitting over 300 and you're like,
do we do platoons in the All Star Game?
Yeah, of course we do. We put them in the Garth Orge division. So it comes down.
There's a shout-out.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
a name.
Yeah, it is. But I do want to see the guys who are performing right now. Like, I don't want to see guys who are going, yeah, that guy's hitting 212, but fuck, he hit 50 home runs last year.
Right.
I don't want to. I want to see the guys who are doing it right now, because I think the MLB All Star Game is still the best.
It is still the best, but it's not what it once was.
Well,
and luckily, everybody else has taken the same step back.
Yeah, and the only reason the MLB All Star Game isn't as good is because they got to force everybody into the lineup.
Yep.
The first four,
but also keep somebody in reserve because we don't want another tie.
Right. The first 4 or 5 innings are legit good baseball.
Yeah.
And then you get into we're just rolling everybody through, and you're like, all right. So, but to me, the beginning of the
That's
MLB,
the bottom of the ninth. Oh shit, we haven't seen Suarez yet. Get him in there.
Yeah, or we're in Baltimore and we need to see Mike Messina.
Nah, Cito's saying,
sit
down, you
fuck that guy.
Love you, Cito.
And I'm with you, Cito, for sure, man, 100%. So, but that to me is, I still like the game.
Yeah.
It still is a worthwhile tune in. I am not tuning into any other.
Okay, so it's not a worthwhile tune in.
No, the MLB
You're not
is
tuning into any other
games. Okay. This is the one between the Derby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the Derby still. It's still.
I'm more likely to watch the Derby than the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And I think you're not alone.
Yeah.
Right? And especially with the tweaks they've made to make it more sort of time efficient and everything runs through. But it's still the best. And so to me, that's worth acknowledging.
Yeah, no, I think so too. It just, there is a balance to be struck, right? Like, this guy is maybe at worst a top 5 name in the game.
Soto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but not this year, so go sit down. Like, I don't know what you would do with that on the hot. Like, McDavid last year had a worse season than the year before. Still a very good season, but not an all-time season. Well,
he's still an all-star, though.
yeah.
Like, he was still with his stats.
But that's the level we're talking about with a Soto.
Soto at 23 homers and whatever he's
But if
hitting.
Draisaitl's having the better year and we need to find room for whatever the fuck San Jose's all-star is going to be this year, then are you going to ask McDavid to stay home, or are you going to go, maybe somebody else doesn't get in this year?
Voronkov from...
Well, that's the Central, but yes.
Yeah, come on,
that's the guy
I'm just saying that this is it. I'm just sort of going, all right, we're going to move around. And you're like, I'll take that guy.
Dostel doesn't get to go for Anaheim.
Oh, no, he is the guy there. It's got to be Lucas Dostal. Come on, honestly.
I was told Dylan Cousins was going to be the guy there for Mason McTavish. That was all going to play out.
We shot that down.
We sure did.
We certainly said that wasn't the case.
No. The other thing here that we, I guess, have omitted when talking about the All-Star game is the starters. And perhaps nothing shocking about it, from the Tigers, Tariq Skubal is going to start for the American League. But the interesting one to me is on the National League side, and not that it's surprising, but Paul Skeens is going to start for the National League for the second year in a row. And he will become the youngest guy ever at 23 years old to have already started back-to-back All-Star games. And as we sort of kick around the idea of what the All-Star game is still worth and who does it best and this and that, does the starting pitching matchup do anything for you? Or is it just sort of like, those are the two best guys, so they go out there and I don't really care who lasts longer or who...
No. I think you used to give those guys an inning or two?
Probably two.
Maybe?
Yeah. Depends how it goes, I guess.
I know, but for sure.
Yeah.
But I want to see, as we talked about with Soto earlier, I want to see the best.
Yeah.
Who is the most dominant as of this moment,
right?
July 2025. I want to see those guys. And to me, if that's...
Have they got it right for you with these two?
Skobel, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's fascinating. I thought you were going to go the other way. Like, to me, Skeens, yes. And then we can talk about it.
Oh, I just think on a team that the Tigers, I'm not sure I think the Tigers are the Washington Capitals of the summer. I think this is a team.
Hey, good for you. Right.
Yeah, that they are excelling in a shitty division.
Yeah.
That is the AL
Although
Central.
last year, did they not get three teams into we had the Guardians, the Tigers were in. Yeah.
So I just think that this is a division right now that is not super strong.
Yeah.
But I think he is dominant.
He is.
I think he is. And so I haven't, to be honest with you, I'm going to plead a little bit of guilt here that I haven't seen a pile of Pirates action. But I just, he's not as he's not as dominant as last year. Mm-hmm. And that's all I really have to hang my hat on. So it's really on the Skeens part. I'm just not sure where he's at this year and compared to last. And when he set the bar so high last year that to me it is Skubal is the guy this year, right? So to me, and I have no issue with the matchup.
No. But you could have sort of, if you wanted to, whether he's an all-star or not, like we've had this conversation, right? Is it the biggest name versus the most deserving?
Yep.
Shohei's back on the mound for the Dodgers. Yeah. Do you want to do that?
No.
He's going to be there either way, so who gives a shit?
But I want to see him in the home run contest, and I want to see Judge in the home run contest, and we're probably not seeing either one of those.
No. But Paul Skeens, there is something to the fact that in 2025, we are seeing the youngest ever player to go back-to-back. Like,
Which is surprising, though, at 25, 23-year-old. Like back in the day with your roly fingers
But they used to love to hold you in the minors for a long time, right? And so Skeens to come up, this is going to be his second All-Star start. I don't know what's going to play out in his career long-term, obviously, but it's worth something. Like on a team and a franchise like the fucking Pirates, who couldn't possibly care less about winning.
Which has a historic pedigree. Right,
Sure.
it's just been the last 20 years.
Yeah,
since they had Bonds and Bonilla, which is 30 years.
It's Bobby Bonilla Day.
Sorry, it's actually 30 years ago, not 20 years ago.
But man, that it says something when you are the youngest guy to ever go back to back.
Yeah, and I'm surprised by that.
I am too. In 120 years of baseball, yeah.
23. It's not like he's 20.
No.
And he's done a 19 and 20. It's you are talking about.
Yeah.
So, but no, I will be tuning in.
Yep.
I will be there for the first 3 or 4 innings.
Yep.
Then I'll probably be checking out, right? I'm hoping they don't.
See if you can watch him face Kirk, and then
I'm hoping they don't put Kirky in at all, right? Like just leave
I'm
it.
always like that, man. I'd like my guy to be acknowledged. I don't want him to go. Like,
Where is the All Star game this year?
Atlanta, I think.
Okay, yeah, no, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's not terrible travel, but I'd really rather you just sit home, especially if you're built like Rob or me or Kirk.
or Kirk. Yeah. Although
Why
I
don't
think
you just relax?
I think I could beat Kirk down the line.
Okay.
I for sure could beat Giancarlo Stanton. I could beat that guy
That
down
I
the line.
believe.
100%.
That guy's blowing out a quad and a knee and a hip on the way down. I believe you can take him.
All right. Thank you. Oh, I think that's a great place to leave this segment.
Vladdy this week gets to 1,000 hits. He is the 5th fastest as a Blue Jay to get to 1,000 hits. Would you like to take a stab at the 4 who did it faster?
Is Vernon Wells one?
Vernon Wells is one. I am shocked that's the first one you went to, but you are correct.
Is Carlos Delgado one?
He's not. No.
Carlos Delgado is not.
No.
Is Tony Fernandez?
Yes.
4? Am I looking for 4?
You got 4 to go. You
Got 2 to go.
Yes.
Oh man. I was sure Carlos Delgado was going to be a slam dunk as a guy who leads,
A lot of swing and miss in his game.
who leads the Jays in like just about
Most offensive
every
things.
category.
Yeah.
Damaso Garcia.
Yes. Great pull.
That's my guy from back in the early 80s.
So I was wrestling with this over here. Which of the last 2 you would have the harder time with?
Which generation is the last guy?
Okay. Early mid 90s.
Oof.
Maybe mid 90s more than early 90s, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shannon Stewart.
Oh, see, you know what? You could have given me 20 guesses. 20 guesses. So Shannon Stewart with Green,
Yep.
Gonzalez,
Yeah.
Delgado.
Yep.
That is that. No,
95 to 98, kind of 99.
But Damo Garcia.
That's a great pull,
That's
man.
my guy back in the day. He was fiery Latino. He would.
And see, to me, that felt like a reach, but as a guy who's a little older than me, who was watching them through that era, like maybe it's not. Like maybe that is an obvious pull for you. I wondered if you were going to get
Stewart
there. Yeah,
is
that's my guy.
See, like to me, that's when
beautiful leadoff hitter.
When I get to 95, 96, there's about a 15-year darkness period where I got, once that Hank and Clemens thing sort of,
Sure.
There's the Halliday sort of in that period, and then it's like I'll see you in 2015. Like there was a long period where I was.
You missed the Raul Mondesi era.
To me there was so much like, and even Vernon Wells is in.
Vernon Wells surprised me because he's sort of much like Ricky Romero now. Like there are guys who show up on the panel now and then or tweet fondly about the Jays. He's sort of like Ricky. Loved you, man, but it didn't quite go where we thought it was going to go. Vernon Wells, love you, man. It didn't quite go. Like he was that high.
Did he end up in the Angels? What's the Angels?
I think it was the Angels.
Yeah, where he signed that big fat contract. Yeah,
but you're like, you were supposed to be when you look at some of these names, you go, Vlad did this slow. And look, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. Vlad came up earlier and younger and had to work some things out in the majors that some of these guys have to do in the minors.
He will be the leader in.
That's right.
But
he got to 1,000 hits behind Vernon Wells and Shannon Stewart, and you kind of go,
The Shannon Stewart, like I said, man, you could have given me, and 20 may have been generous. It just doesn't come up on my radar, Shannon Stewart.
Since he came into the league, one more of these for you. Across Major League Baseball, Vladdy has the 3rd most hits in baseball.
Oh.
Behind only 2 guys. So we are talking about April 26th of 2019. There are 2 guys who have more hits than Vladdy.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go with Acuna.
No.
What's Buddy in San Diego? Is he a Padre?
He's not a Padre.
No, all right, then I'm out.
Oh, you're thinking of their first baseman there who got suspended for.
Yeah.
We are talking about honorary Canadian, Freddie Freeman.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were talking about from the beginning of a career.
No, just who has the most hits since 2019. Do you want to take another run at the other one? Or no?
No, I don't.
Trey Turner.
I wouldn't have got either one.
Okay.
I wouldn't have got Freddie Freeman, I would have got to eventually. Trey Turner, I would not have got to.
Since April 26th of 2019, Vladdy has. So it's been he's a hard guy to measure. He just got a $500 million contract. Yeah. You're not loving this year. Sub 850, 12 home runs, and yet still making hard contact all over the place. Can you flatten out that plane a little so not so many of these are ending up on the ground?
It's the lift, right? Like if you look at his average and to me, there's lots of good things. His hits, like he's doing. There's on base. He is. It's just the power.
Yeah,
it's the power that
the slugging is letting him down right now. Yeah,
more slug,
please. The Jays do go into the All-Star break. Look, you and I are having this conversation at about 4 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. So the Sacramento Athletics,
Sacramento West,
and the Jays just getting started.
Raw dogging it.
We don't know how that's going to play out, but the Jays are going to go into the All-Star break.
Barrios on the bump tonight. Yeah. We are looking for a 2 out of 3
on the bump tonight. No. All right.
I don't want to something till I see the morning light. Take me home tonight. Eddie Money.
This is it, man.
Yes, Matt. I had to work through it. I'm like, what is that? That's
on the bump.
Yeah, no, it's work. It works, man. It works. So they're going to take this series as they took it from the White Sox. Like you're going to go in. They're guaranteed to be in first. They came in today 2 up on the Yankees.
Yep.
So you are guaranteed All-Star break. Jays in first in the AL East. Rob is feeling super optimistic.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
No, it's not true.
Oh, okay. What a liar.
But that is where we are, right? This
was the conversation that I tried to float on Friday afternoon on the drive that I'd like to put to you now. How aggressive, if we assume, and it's not, but if we assume the All-Star break leads directly into the trade deadline, if it was this Friday.
Yep.
Would you be aggressive, or are you still nervous about how real this is?
Oh, I'm going to take Matt's line and say, can you give me 2 more weeks? Can you give me maybe 3 more weeks?
I just said no. Answer me now.
I don't think it changes for me.
Yeah.
You hear different people who some may know more than me who are still looking at if you can get Naylor out of Cleveland to play a little first base, move Vladdy to third, whatever third and DH. I'm just saying if you can add that bat. I am looking for pitching.
Yes.
It's arms. Whether it's back of the rotation, I'd be more impressed with if you gave me 2 bullpen arms. Like to me, you're gonna get.
It's hard, Because Jimmy's back and then goes down again. Bird goes down again. Like you don't know what Scherzer, are you sold?
But if you could at going in, if you go with, I'm going to go into a postseason series with Barrios, Bassett, Gausman, and then you move anybody else into sort of longer leverage.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you could bring Scherzer in for a couple innings.
Yeah. He scares the shit out of me, man.
Yeah.
Went 90 pitches on Friday. That was cool to see.
But when he goes through moments of he is so dominant.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, he looks 41.
Well, because he just came out of having the extra day, which we talked about last week. He said that would be big for him. And he went 90 pitches on Friday. That was great.
15 beyond anything else he's done.
Right. And now he's going to get the All-Star break, so another extended rest. And then you're going to see him once more, and then you're going to have to make a call then. And so he's coming off ideal situations, and you're going to have to decide, is he real or isn't he? Can he help us or not? He's never, to my knowledge, in any meaningful way, pitched out of the pen. Like, do we know he can do that?
No, but if David Price can go down and give you let's do it.
Yeah. There's an argument to be made that never should have happened.
Who hasn't said that?
Yeah.
Come on, let's make this happen.
I'm fascinated by this group right now. I don't know.
If you can get a
Can I
legit
count
closer,
on you, Ernie Clement, or is this a hot streak? Can I count on you, George Springer? Or is it, and all that means to me is, do I have to replace you, or are we like, don't do it? Like, we're not for real at all. Like,
yeah. See, to me, between and I think the guy who is most in the I can count on you category, strangely, is Addison Barger.
Of course, yeah.
He's the guy who I feel most comfortable with.
Yep.
But if you look at the combo of Lucas, Clements, Loperfido, Schneider, like if you have 4 guys who you can sort of swirl around and go,
all that says to me is 4 question marks.
Yeah. But it also means to me it's 4 guys who's going right now.
To me, I need an upgrade on all of those guys.
So
like,
there's
I'm getting Santander back.
Yep.
Are we doing the?
But
he's a slow start guy, so we got to do that through mid-August. I've got Varsho coming back. I assume when you come back, you're going to be good. I believe Garcia will be fine when he gets back in the pen. Man,
pitching and power in the postseason, right?
There's just so many questions right now.
I want to see 2 more swing and miss arms in the bullpen.
Yeah.
And
you need a heater back there.
And give me what we got in the lineup right now. With Santander coming back, with Varsho coming back. You put Varsho back in your lineup somewhere in the 6-7 range with the power he showed in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
The defense, I'm happy with him in the bottom third of my lineup. Give me arms. Give me whatever I hope to get from Santander and a little bit from those the group of 4.
So you're going to ride with Springer. This is real. You are. It's not like you're ever taking him out of your lineup, but if he's hitting, I don't need a righty power bat. If he's not, I do.
Right. As the OP that he hopes to be, the offensive player, I'm totally good with that. That he is playing less field, more DH action. Let him run with that.
Wow, when Santander comes back, there's going to be a few guys hoping to be that guy.
Yeah. But if you mix and match those 2 guys.
I'd rather, frankly, have Springer in right field than Santander.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you can sort of mix and match those 2 guys, I'm looking for arms. 2 arms. Give me 2 bona fide. I want to see good stuff there.
If you get to the deadline and you're still in first, tied for first, within a game of first, I'm swinging hard for a top of the rotation name, not a 4, not someone who's
like
sliding.
like a Barrios kind of trade, like which is what you hear a lot of talk about. If you can get somebody with control.
There's some names out there, like all of a sudden the Orioles are dealing, which no one now. Do they want to deal in division? We'll see. Like,
too bad.
There's guys out there like I don't. I think if this season had gone how I thought it would, where you were always just sort of there in the third wild card, just sort of hanging around, then I would look to push Eric Lauer to the long position, and bring in a bottom of the rotation guy and just see what happens. If you're still hanging around first and the division is sort of blowing up around you, I've talked about Tampa and their road schedule and the injuries that the Yankees have had. The division is going to be there for the taking, and if you're still right there at the deadline, I will trade more than I would have expected, because all of a sudden we are in this right now, and I need a top of the rotation arm, and that will force someone into the bullpen. Ben Nicholson-Smith has been doing some fantastic writing at Sportsnet. Just to contextualize, in the last 5 years, here's what a setup man in the bullpen has cost. Here's what a platoon bat has cost in terms of names off your roster or your minor league system. He's been doing a great job of setting that up. If you're this close in a division this wide open, in a sport like baseball, where once you get in, can I avoid that wild card series? That'd be sweet. Let me get a top of the rotation arm, and I'll spend what it costs, because this management is on the hook right now.
Yeah,
like Rogers is on an axe throwing spree.
Well, presidents,
you're out
on the block, man.
Sorry, Masai. Sorry, Shanny. Sorry, Manning. You're out, bud.
Everybody in this division in the AL East is, and it's funny because we all shit upon the American League, but the AL East and its loss of prestige and it no longer being the division. I know coming into the weekend, Jays obviously were leading the division, and all 3 wildcard teams came from the AL East.
Yep.
So that's either an
what it
indictment.
once was, but it's still
But this
it's
is
still
it.
there.
It's still the best.
Boston's been hot. Tampa's not going away.
So you have Toronto, New York, Tampa, and now a surging Red Sox team who are all looking at saying, I don't know, man. I think we could win this division.
Right.
And so
why wouldn't you? Like, if you're the Red Sox, you look at the Jays and go, seriously? I can take those guys down.
This is it.
Yeah.
And you look at the Yankees with the injuries, Schmidt, Cole, and
well, they just DFA'd DJ LeMahieu.
yeah, no, but I'm the other pitcher that went down in exhibition.
I don't have it.
Yep, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So they're down 3 starting pitchers. You know the price for a top of the order starter will be steep. And so the Jays are going to have to pony up on that because there's so many teams who are at this point now going, I'm close.
Well,
Whether
the
it's
Rays,
the Angels, the Mariners, like everybody is in that.
Well, the Rays
sort
have
of,
McClanahan coming back, who is an ace. Like, he's coming off Tommy John. Now, that can take a couple of weeks, a couple of months. We'll see. But, like, they're not shopping for an ace. They've got one in their minds coming in. The Red Sox have Garrett Crochet. It'll be the Jays and the Yanks who are looking for, like, you love Gausman, Barrios, Bassett as your 2, 3, 4. As your 1, 2, 3, you're less impressed as a division leader, right? So, you're going to have to go out there and look around a bit.
See, which one of those 3 guys is your 4?
I don't know.
Is it Gausman? Are you? Because to me, Bassett has.
For some reason, I got Gausman at 2.
Okay, see, because Bassett has been either lights out or super
hit
sketch.
around hard. Yeah.
So to me, Barrios is your 2.
If I got a game to win tomorrow, I still think I would want to go to Gausman. And I know what you're saying. Like, this year, the evidence wouldn't support that.
Saturday with 2 Ks, 2 walks, just sort of really average, right? And he's sort of starting to show. I love Gausman.
Yep.
He's my guy, but he's starting to show a bit of his age is starting to come through. Whereas as somebody like Bassett, who has 24 pitches, right? He is a guy who can throw you a little bit of everything when his top stuff's not working. Whereas Gausman, with a guy with 2 pitches, 4-seamer and a splitter, that's what you got.
Yeah, if it doesn't dive, you're
done.
Yeah.
You're getting hit around.
Yep.
And so I wonder.
I've seen Barrios crumble in some big moments.
100% home openers, all kinds of things, playoffs. And so I am with you, but to me, if I can
shuffle those guys.
Arms,
to me, shuffle those guys however you want. I don't want any of them at 1. That's all I'm saying. Give me a 1, which is not always easy to do. We'll wrap it up here, man. This is where as soon as you get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of here,
This is where we close the door on the studio for a couple of weeks. But we're not disappearing on you. We don't do that.
Matt doesn't do that. I do that.
This Wednesday, you will hear from Matt Scooby, his Ottawa exit interview. A lot of fun. An easy guy to chat with. And if you ever watched his broadcast, you already know that, right? Like, this is a guy who's easy to talk to. Loved his time here. The work he did with Chio, the work he did with Toy Mountain, the work he did with Ronald McDonald House. We get into a bunch of that stuff. As he heads out of Ottawa, professes his love for the nation's capital.
Not the Senators, though.
Not the Senators. Although he's a little worried about his son, who is a hardcore Sens fan about to be dropped into a GTA.
He's young enough, though. I think he can patch over it.
We'll help. I'll help swing him that way. That's coming on Wednesday. Next Monday, Michaela Schreider sits in, and we'll talk about whatever's topical in that moment. And Wednesday, July 23rd, Ian Mendez back on the podcast. How did he end up leaving the media? What was it like behind the scenes around the Sens in that year where they finally take that big step? They do it. They get into the playoffs.
Thank you, Ian Mendez.
It's got to be, man. It's got to be him. and he'll be here that day. So we're not disappearing on you, but we're getting the hell out of here. Anything else you want to say before we shut this one down? You'll be back, I think it's the week of the 28th, something like that.
Sure, man.
We'll figure it out.
Whatever. I'll see you then. Give me the call. The bat signal goes up. Beers to be drank, Rob to be here.
Yeah. Okay. That's where we'll end that. For Rob, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for listening. Stick around for everything that's coming up. Subscribe on whatever app you're hearing us right now, and give us a follow on social media at Tall Can Audio.
See ya!
Craft beer cheers, sky high toast, sports and sun, let's coast the most. City